Hi, hello, welcome to yet another episode of VenBa Talks. And today I'm going to talk about an application that I have been using almost every day for the last 2 or 3 months. And in fact, very interestingly, when this application was launched, I was an advocate of a different application. I really loved it for the kind of tight integration with Zoom that it had provided. So initially, I was not paying much attention to this particular application, and then and the limits were really great, and a lot of feedback from various community members made me realize that this is an amazing app, and I kind of switched loyalty. I do like the other application as well, but then I because of the kind of integration with Google Meet and other things, I started using this particular application. I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about, which is Spoke. And Spoke has come back again. I thought that this is the right time for me to share my experience with Spoke and also bring in the founder, Lazar, to you, so that there
Hi.
are a lot of questions that have been on this particular application which can be answered by Lazar, and also I can share my own experience in terms of how I'm using it. In fact, I've been waiting to do this session. Lazar has also been busy. I've been waiting to do this session, and he was also asking, probably I'm releasing a lot of updates, one after this, after this, after this, and finally only now we found time to talk to each other. In fact, I've been troubling him almost on a daily basis in terms of how Spoke is working, these, that, and all those things. Has been very, very patiently answering to all my questions. And in fact, number of Zoom calls that he's been with me troubleshooting my Spoke. I think he spent enormous time with me to make sure that I use Spoke very effectively. And in fact, in the recent update, I'm sure all of you know that he's now made it unlimited transcriptions, which is really, really phenomenal. So without taking much time, I'll keep talking about Spoke till the cows come home, because I just love that application. Rather, I'll make Lazar speak so that you can get all your questions answered from him, also get it clarified so that you don't miss this amazing deal that is now available. Hey, Lazar, welcome to VenBa Talks. Welcome to Bring Again and Alston's group. And thank you so much for being here. In fact,
My
we have
pleasure.
spoken a lot. We have spoken a lot about Spoke, but I think now we'll have to speak, for the community as well, in terms of, what is Spoke and how can Spoke be useful to anybody. And I'll also chip in with my experience. So before that, Lazar, where are you based in, and where is the team based in?
Sure. So first of all, thank you for having me, Venki. It's awesome. And yes, you've been one of our most intensive users. We have a dashboard where we see our most intensive users, and you've often been on top of that dashboard. So it's really a pleasure being here. Where are we based? We're based in Paris, France, in what's the biggest startup incubator in the world. I'm in it right now. I'm like in one of those little cubes. I don't know if you can see behind me right very well. It's called
Oh,
Station F in Paris. It's very nice.
okay.
And so I'm in one of those little cubes. Theoretically, at one moment, maybe the mask police is going to come and tell me I have to wear a mask even for this interview.
Okay.
Like the corporate police. So I hope that won't happen. Until now, I'll enjoy talking to you without my mask.
Fantastic. So how large is your team, Lazar, in terms of the team that is working on the Spoke, on the Spoke application?
We are five, all developers. I think so. We all met each other. Well, all we're three co-founders, and we met
Hmm.
each other in a computer science school in Paris a few years ago.
Okay.
And as developers, we have one problem, I suppose, which is of only thinking about the product and like what we can do, etc. So we're five,
Okay.
and we're only developers. When if perhaps I were a better business manager, would be like three developers and two growth hackers or something of the like.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Lazar, why did you develop Spoke? In fact,
Mm-mm-mm.
in fact, it's a blessing for me that an application like Spoke or these kind of transcription applications have come up. Because I've been using Perfect Recall as well, which I really love. So I mean, I'm really thrilled that these kind of applications came. So from your perspective, why did you even start developing this application? What problem were you trying to solve? There should have been some trigger.
So we, the same team, the three co-founders, we started working together maybe a little less than 2 years ago. And we
Hmm.
first started working by making an integration for Premiere Pro, which is the
Okay.
software editor. Difficult getting traction. It was difficult getting traction. And our integration would sort of semi-automatically create video clips for you.
Okay.
And we were demonstrating it to people, getting feedback and interest, but not that much. And then we tried it on video conferences, and we said, "Hey, I just did like a small clip of your video conference. I just took the 5 important minutes of your video conference and
Hmm.
put them and shared them on Twitter for you." And people were amazed by that. That was during the
Okay.
first COVID lockdown, and this is when we
Oh.
decided to go full scale into video conferencing and capturing content from video conferences. And we had also the realization very fast that the transcription quality was now
Hmm.
good enough in automatic mode so that people would be happy with it. So like the tech was here to have transcription and readable transcription if you want in
Fantastic.
automatic mode.
Okay, fantastic. So, while Spoke has been spoken a lot about a lot in the community, still, uh, I mean, we'll quickly get into a demo in terms of how Spoke can be used very effectively. In fact, I'm also looking forward to see. I still remember the demo that you gave me in person. When I subscribed to, rather when I bought Spoke. So can we get into a live demo and then probably
Sure.
take questions from the community as well?
Can I share my screen here?
Yes,
Is it
you can.
possible?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
one
Next
sec.
to the video button.
Next to the video button. 1 second. Oops, no.
Under
I'm
our
trying.
video,
Yeah, under a video, I
email.
can see the mic, disable camera, and settings.
No, no, there's a laptop icon next to the video.
I don't have it. 1 sec.
We should have done this before. I'm sorry about this.
No problem. We'll get. Oh, okay. I was in full screen.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You should now see my screen. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. Your screen is visible now.
Whoops. Okay. So I've opened. As you can see, I'm recording here in the bottom. So I have this
Okay.
little spoke hand recording. We call it the spoke hand. Doesn't really make sense. It's just a little bar. And we have our okay, and we already have our conversation right here, which is already. I was using Spoke. You can either screen record any conversation or record a Zoom conversation on the cloud with our integration. The advantage of the Zoom integration is that it gives you speaker names. So in our case right here, because I'm just screen recording, it doesn't know who is speaking when, so it just says speaker's name, speaker's name. Our call is being transcribed live right now. And for those people who do not know, the basic principle of Spoke is just by highlighting text like this, I'm creating video clips. And I can then after share those video clips with just one link or like the cut after cut of those video clips. So for example, right now I have a 9-minute video on Spoke. And if I click highlights only, boom, I have a 47 Oh, it's because it's still loading, it's taking time. I have a 40-second clip, which I can just share with one link or download. So it's also like a very neat video editor in a few clicks. And is there any questions from the audience? Are there? Can you hear me, Vinky? You should be able to hear me.
We will keep the questions in the end.
Oh, okay. Okay, and so this is for one conversation. It's really become efficient and nice. And afterwards, what you can do is categorize those little pieces of conversation. Let's say, inspiration, like our most intensive users give us inspiration. And so now what we want to do on top of for one specific conversation, let's call this live demo with Venki. I'll share in the chat afterwards, of course. What we want to do is create really the library of all your conversations. So for example, if I type user in here, I can find all my spokes, which implied a user interview or username, or where I'm talking about a user, or where I have user in the highlights or in the transcripts. And afterwards, what we're bringing is the ability to create videos or folders semi-automatically with all those tags, for example, inspiration, feedback, that kind of stuff. Let's imagine you're a salesperson, right? And you're in a sales team. You're about 5 to 10 in your sales team. And you get, when you're demonstrating to a client, he's pushing back. So you can just tag those moments like pushback, for example. And at the end of the month or whenever you want, you'll be able to say, create a new video with all the pushback moments. So you're with your team, hey, this is like all the pushback moments I had on user conversations. What do you think? Or that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if it was really clear. I hope it was. That's about it. That's about it for a live demo. I'm recording with the app right here, as you can see. So my entire screen, but I could also record a Zoom. And what we also do on Spoke, and is it going to work right now? No, it's not going to work. Yes, it is add your camera like this to do like small explainer videos with the transcripts, a little bit like Loom. But this is not our main focus. I think that's all for the demo. I mean, I could have shown more things, but it's just going to be confusing afterwards, I think.
Okay. Can we just show that initial screen where you can just set the language and all those things before it starts?
Oh, true. Okay.
Yeah, because that is something that, many times we overlook that actually. Yeah.
So what's great about Spoke is we transcribe automatically in, I think it's 72 languages. And it's always a button away to start recording. We even have keyboard shortcuts. And what we also offer is directly from your interface, have somebody proofread the transcription in case you think it's not good enough. That's an additional service we have, and that's what we call professional transcription. And then, of course, you can add vocabulary to improve the transcription quality. So, of course, I've added Spoke inside my vocabulary. Or Zoom, for example, transcription, my name right after, keyboard, etc. Going back on live recording. Oh, this is a little confusing. Sorry. Whoops. Just going to do this. Going back on live recording, what you can do is highlight moments live. So like as soon as your conversation is over, you already have a summary ready for you. We've really always been a lot about summaries. So just by clicking here, it's going to highlight a few sentences before, a few sentences after. And now what we've added is that label button where, boom, I've just tapped F. It knows that has a label feedback. And it's labeled that part feedback. So when I come back on my conversation, I can see those little notes ready for me to read and share.
Fantastic. So Okay, there are many questions that has come up. So for the time being, I will remove the screen share. Okay,
Perfect.
so okay, now I know that you got a integration with Zoom. Which has been
Mhm.
launched. When are we getting Google Meet integration? Because uh, you know,
um,
like
so, to be honest, we're hesitating here between two things, and I
uh
think my answer will not satisfy you. We're hesitating with Microsoft Teams. Rather do first a Microsoft Teams integration rather than a Google Meets integration.
I hate you,
Um,
Lazar, for this.
but the thing is, big enterprise clients are rather on Microsoft Teams than more than Google Meets.
Okay.
Um,
I think you have
and
preemptively answered Pravash Chandra's question because he was asking when is the Microsoft Teams integration going to come. So probably you
okay,
disappointed me, but I believe you have made someone else happy on the stream. Bringing out
awesome.
Microsoft Team integration.
Yeah,
So when is it
hopefully
likely
that
to come?
it's
The team
hopefully
integration.
before the end of the year. What
Okay.
needs to come first, and I hope that's gonna come rather in a month. And this is where, in my opinion, Spoke is going to be really powerful. Is folders and teams.
Okay. Fantastic. Folders and teams, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay, this is a feature request from one of your very best user, Sarang. I have a feature suggestion. Would it be possible to introduce something like dual or multiple language detection and transcription in a single recording for people who are bilingual? Switch two languages without even realizing a lot of it. I think I've also asked about this many times to you, Lazar.
And it's
Uh,
I'm
in fact,
sorry to tell you, it's not possible. Too difficult.
yeah, I in fact I'm even asking one step below. I'm asking for understanding two different accents. Could be English. For example, I mean, I come from India, so my many of my customers are from the US or Australia. So their accent is being picked up very well, but in the same meeting, mine or my team
Mhm.
members accent it does not have the same kind of accuracy what the other accent has got. So bilingual is fine, but then can you at least look at having two different accents being transcribed in the same meeting?
Hadn't we put back for you um, and the transcription with Indian accent? I so no, we had removed it. No, we only have English. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could put that back. We could put that back. That is true.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
but I think
detecting.
you also gave me a workaround in terms of using that bar to change the language when it is a large chunk of that same accent or language that is being spoken about. You gave me that suggestion for accent. Will it work for language also?
Yep, it will work for languages, but having Spoke detect the language or change automatically the mode is too difficult. Yeah, it's not sadly enough not possible.
Okay, so for the time being, it can be manually done, but automatically
Yep.
changing is probably something that you may have to. At this moment, it is not even in the roadmap. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, it's a fair assumption. Correct.
Okay, fantastic. So this is a question from Mausam Chaudhary. It's privacy related. If I give access to Spoke on my Zoom meeting, do Spoke to keep track of these meetings like members' name and transcript and any other details with them, and in any way analyze them?
No,
No, right? Okay.
not at all. We don't. It's perhaps we could do it if we had enough time on our hands, but this is not something we do just because we don't have enough time to do that.
Okay, fantastic. So anyway, you have answered this question about Google Meet integration. It is definitely in the roadmap, but it has got delayed because now Lazar has answered the next question. Ritvik, yes, Spoke, integration with MS Teams is being built. Uh, Lazar, maybe I think we should speak about, will Spoke work with MS Teams? Actually, it does
It
work.
will.
It is just that the integration is not there. Is that something that should you
Yeah,
touch upon?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. If we want to be 100% clear,
Yeah,
um, because Spoke is a screen and sound recorder, technically it works with anything.
anything.
But the integration for MS Teams is not built. What does an integration bring? It brings a better transcription. It brings the names on when you're speaking. So Lazare Venki, which makes when you read the conversation lot faster, a lot better. And it
Okay.
also brings um, lighter recording on your computer, so you don't hear the fans of your computer heating up, etc.
Okay. But in fact, I wanted to ask you about this. See, while I'm recording a meeting, it also picks up my mic, right? If even if I'm muted, it also picks up my mic. I actually got caught in one of the meetings. I recorded the whole meeting while I was talking on phone to somebody, and the entire phone conversation was also recorded along with the meeting. So,
And
you
and
know,
your mic was muted on Spoke.
the mic was muted in the meeting, but not on Spoke.
Oh, yeah, it's
Okay.
exactly because you need to set it accordingly. This is why
Okay.
it's a little troublesome, and it's better to have an integration like the one we have with Zoom.
Okay. So I mean, maybe if you might mute in the meeting, can you at least give a prompt saying that you also want to mute on Spoke? It'll save a lot of embarrassments. Like how
Mm-mm. Yeah,
how
we could
I went
imagine
through.
something like that. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, there's one more question that has come up. See, typically, I mean, initially we were recording screen. Now you have given windows as well. I could see Google Meet window or whichever window. But when I switch screens, or rather when I switch tabs, it does not record the window. It records whatever is visible. I mean, are you planning to do anything with respect? Because if I choose a tab, I'll be glad if it just records that tab only.
Okay. So that would happen if we had a Chrome extension or an
Yeah,
extension on your browser directly. This is something we're thinking about for the beginning of next year, and
please.
the answer here is we either we either do we're gonna do either MS Teams or Google Meets.
Okay,
Once we have that, we either do the one which is missing or a Chrome extension. I don't know which one is better.
okay,
Be-
okay. I mean that's fine because I have to be very careful when I'm recording with Spoke that I know I'm not switching tabs or screen. Sometimes
Mm-mm.
inadvertently it also records something else which is not supposed to be. And fortunately, I have two monitors, so when I record in Spoke, I just leave it on one monitor while I play around with that. But that may not be the case with a lot of people. Even when I'm going
Mm-mm.
out of house to my, it is better if we have that. Okay, so this is the next question from Mausam Chowdhury. What does use my vocabulary do? I did not understand it from YouTube reviews. Yeah, that's a nice question. In fact, I also
Yeah,
wanted to ask.
that
Yeah,
feature is not is not really well thought and not really well done. Although it's good, because yeah, if you want Spoke to use your vocabulary, you have to do it each time, which is stupid. Spoke should always use your vocabulary. And what does it do?
okay,
It improves the transcription.
okay,
So, for example, if your name is Venki, perhaps we don't. The transcription will not output Venki naturally. So you want to add Venki in your vocabulary, and then use it each time. Use my vocabulary to improve. But
fantastic.
thank you for that feedback, Musam, because it helps us do a better user interface.
Yeah. And okay, I think I know the answer, but anyway, can I give a YouTube URL and your product transcript it for me rather than upload them manually?
Sadly, not. Sadly, not.
Not
No, because it's always difficult building your product and knowing in which direction you want to go specifically. You want to go in the
Okay.
direction that users want, but also that matches your vision a little bit. And for now, we've really built Spoke around meetings, so around Zoom conversations, this live, which I'm recording, and not that much around YouTube videos or producing subtitles,
Okay.
even though Spoke can produce subtitles. Um, so it's not possible at the moment. I don't think it will be soon, but that could change. I could have a change of mind, that kind of stuff.
Okay, fantastic. So, yeah, I also had this question, but I mean, I wanted to add something to this. Is there any video file size upload limits in Spoke?
To be honest, right now, we're just quite generous
Okay,
on our offers. We're in the business of starting a business rather than in a business of extracting money from users. So our tiers are really generous. We just want people
okay,
to use the service, and because they're paying users, we want people to pay us because the feedback you give when you pay a product is not the same as when it's for free, right?
absolutely.
But in that regards, we're quite generous, and the video file size limit is 10 gigabytes, which is just
Okay,
ridiculous. I mean, you could you can have hundreds of gigabytes on Spoke.
got you. So, will this generosity continue forever for all those people who have bought the account now? Or it
Yep,
will, I mean, in a
that's
okay, fantastic.
that's the
I have
plan.
a follow-up question on this video limit. So now you are offering unlimited subscription. Is that right? For
Yep.
tier 3.
So yep.
Okay. So does it also mean that I can store unlimited videos, or is there a limit in the number of videos? I can transcribe many videos, but is there a limit in terms of the size or the number of videos that I can store?
No, there is one limit, which is fair use. So if you're a 20 people, 20-person company, and each of you starts to upload all his Facebook and YouTube videos to Spoke, we're gonna notice, and we're gonna probably block you. But for
Absolutely.
now, no, it is true. We have no limits apart from fair usage.
Okay, okay. Because see, I can share the link from Spoke, right? For the video that is highlighted. I need not really.
Yep,
So I can use it. I can also use it as a video hosting. If I have
that
unlimited.
is correct. Yep, yep.
Okay, so
And you
so
don't
I mean
going back on what you just said. Um, you don't even need to highlight anymore to share videos. You can
exactly.
just share the entire video with the link.
I know I troubled you so much for that feature. I wanted the whole download with the transcription and I think
Yeah.
you developed it in a day for after I made that request. Okay, so what is the recording resolution? Yeah, that's a good question. What is the
um,
recording resolution?
it's HD, but it really depends on full by full HD. I mean 920 1080 pixels.
Okay,
Um, but it depends on your computer and how beefy your computer is. By beefy, I mean powerful. We have,
okay,
well, I have one problem with this, is I have full spec MacBook Pro. And so every time people tell me, oh, the resolution is not that great, I'm like, what do you mean? Like on my computer, it works perfectly. But that's because I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, etc. So it depends on your computer as well.
fantastic. So okay, not sure why I never considered Spoke. This is pretty good. Venki gonna make me spend. Okay, I'm sorry, Aditya, but you know, uh, I really feel that you should buy if at all you find a use because this definitely is a good application. So Mausam Chaudhary, do unused machine transcription hours roll over or they are per month credits only?
They are per month credits only. To be honest, right now, I'm going to be totally transparent here and not try to sell too much my thing. I think right now our tier one and tier two offers on AppSumo are not that great offers, not that great offers. If you compare them to what we have on our subscription basis on our websites, I think you're better off just subscribing to our classical thing classical offer. And though because the unused machine transcription hours are only for Spoke tier 1 and tier 2 on AppSumo, but
Got
the
it.
tier 3 is a great deal.
Lazare is upselling. Lazare is upselling tier 3.
Of course I am.
Okay. So can I buy more machine transcription hours as an add-on? Okay, if at all somebody is subscribed to tier 1, if they want more,
Yes,
I believe
you
they
can.
can buy. Okay, fantastic. So he's got one more question. Just do the transcription require video files only? Is it possible to add only audio and get it transcribed?
Of course. However, we have a little. Well, it's not. However, I just want to clarify how it works. So if you upload an audio
Okay.
file on Spoke, we're gonna transform it into a video and
Ah,
make you like a video with sound waves on our platform. So, for
got it.
example, if you edit your video, edit your audio because you can edit just by highlighting, and then download your edited audio or video, you will get an MP4 file and not an MP3 when you perhaps uploaded an MP3 in the beginning.
Got it. Got it. So Alberta has got a question. When is translations coming? Is it in the roadmap? I never knew that there are translations that are coming.
Actually, this is something. It was not in the roadmap until 5 days ago. We thought about it. We had a ton of feedback recently on it, and especially from what interests us the most, which are enterprise clients. And our goal, I mean, we're really happy. We love AppSumo users. It's like the ones who are the most engaged. But our
Hmm.
goal is to sign enterprise companies to use our software, because we're not talking about the same amount of money, right?
Okay.
And it's a feedback we've had from Sumolings, but more importantly, from not a ton, but from the few enterprise companies we've had serious talks with. So I think translations could come quite fast. We've looked at it,
Okay.
it's quite simple. So it could be a good surprise coming before year's end.
Okay. So a greedy question. So will people who are in the LTD, will they also get translations as part of it, or will it be an add-on?
Um, I'm too generous, and perhaps my partner will stop me from doing that. But I think it will be included in the deal. It depends. It depends because, to be
Okay.
honest, we will do it through an
Okay.
API. We'll not do it ourselves. Depends on the cost of the
Oh,
API as well.
okay.
But I suppose it'll be included.
Okay. So I mean, maybe we will safely assume that right now you have not decided. We will wait for it when we reach there.
Mm-mm,
Okay.
exactly.
So I think I know the answer for this. This is from Genie platform. Can I record both natively on Zoom and with our Zoom integration with Spoke?
So actually, I was wrong, and it's a good because I answered on AppSumo or maybe on the Facebook group that it was a limitation. You could not do both at the same time. And I
Okay.
spoke about it again with our CTO. That's a shame. Why can you not do both? And he told me actually it was a bug. It was fixed. So yes, you can do both.
Okay. So does it mean that simultaneously I can record both with that integration and as a normal
On Zoom.
screen
Yep.
recording? Is that right? So I'll have two
Correct.
recordings. I don't know what is the
Yep.
use case. Then, yeah, Ginny, you can do that. Ginny, with respect to your doubt about what I'm drinking, it's lassi. Okay, so the next question is, if I'm not wrong, we can do screen recording with Spoke. If so, it is through Chrome plugins or apps. If apps, is there a Linux client available? That's a fantastic question. So it is through an app.
And
It doesn't. I don't think Spoke has got a Chrome extension. Is that right?
no, unfortunately not. And we do not have the Linux client available either.
Okay.
Um, how mm, it it could be available. It could be available soon, but this is not something I want to engage myself on because the number of Linux users is really small. So not sure
Okay.
about that.
Fantastic. This is a very nice question. I do not know who asked this. Can I record a meeting but not transcribe until after I edit some parts of the video to reduce use of machine transcription credit? If you are in tier 3, you need not bother about it. But I mean, not in terms of saving the machine transcription. Sometimes, I may not want, but anyway, I can just highlight and delete it. Anyway, you can answer the question, Lazar, saying, can I?
No,
No, everything is
unfortunately not. Unfortunately not.
okay. So this is a comment from Sarang, another power user of Spoke. Some users have complained of losing some recordings on Spoke. I personally haven't. Could you address if those bugs or issues have ironed out? Sarang, I have also lost some recordings. In fact, I've reached out to Lazar before as well, even part of recording as well. Lazar, has this been fixed?
Yes and no and yes. So
Okay.
yes and no.
So can we
We
just take it in two parts? Was there an issue? Was there an issue about some recordings being lost, or is it a
no
problem
no it
on our
was
side? Really
no
spoke.
no it was well, it's a problem on your side, but it's our problem, if you wish.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
problem with your computer, some specificity around your computer. Something happens while recording with Spoke, and then it's our problem because somehow the program did not recover from the error, could not go through, continue, etc. So it's our problem. It's something. It's our fault here. Um, we've worked on it in the past weeks, and
Yeah.
the release we just made before the new app Sumo, so 2 weeks ago, already
That's
improved
great.
that. However, we're currently in the process of putting the final nail in the coffin on that with a new release this week.
Okay.
Two developers are working. It was mainly on Windows. This problem are working on it, and it should be ironed out this week.
Okay. Fantastic. So um, there was a problem, but it has now been fixed. Is that what I understand from what you're saying?
It's I've you can never know if you fix the problem in 100% of the
Okay.
cases.
Yeah. At least I've not
So,
been
but yeah,
having it.
it's been worked on. Yes, it
Okay.
is being
Okay.
worked on, and a priority for us because losing your recording is not something we want to happen on Spoke. You're just disappointed. Stop using the software. That's it.
Okay. So I mean I do not know who asked this. Venki is hijacking the call for his own personal questions. I've asked enough personal questions to Lazar, who had asked me this. But anyway, I think I'm asking only for the application because uh, I'm sure a lot of you will go through all these. Anyway, if I have hijacked it, my sincere apologies. I'll keep it to the question that is coming from the members only. I don't know who it is. My apologies. Okay, so this is another question from Mausam. If I'm not wrong, for Zoom integration, we give it a link and Spoke Bots becomes a member. If so, can we rename the bot with my name photo to make it look like I'm attending the meeting and not Spoke? Oh, this is a good use
This is a
case.
funny one. This is a funny
It's
one.
not a funny one. It's a
Um,
very useful one.
yeah, it is a useful one. You could imagine, for example, a student not going to class or something, and it even takes notes for him, right? Um, so the answer is no. However, again, we're thinking about it. Uh, why? Because we've made it so it's each time you record with the application, the name of the bot right now is Spoke Recorder, and
Yeah.
when you start a recording, the code is done so right now that each time the bot says creates a new member in that meeting named Spoke Recorder, this is what the app says. So everything is ready to create inside the app, and a small interface where you could change the name
Okay.
and perhaps the picture too.
Okay.
However, the thing is, it's a touchy ground because in most jurisdictions, you have to tell people you're recording them, and um, we do not want to be subject of a lawsuit because people used our software to record
Mhm.
other people
Yeah.
without us warning them. So I think what we will do to answer that question is force you have oblige you to keep the word recorder inside it, but then you can do like Venki's recorder, Lazare's
Okay.
recorder, etc.
Okay. Okay. So that can be changed. But it's not possible now, isn't that? Or
No,
can we
no,
change it
right
now
now,
itself?
no, right now it's not possible. Sorry, yeah, I lost you with my answer. I lost myself too. Sorry.
Okay. So it's not possible now. Maybe later we will be able to do that. Is that
Yes,
what
while still
did I
keeping the
understand it?
word recorder somewhere.
Fantastic. Okay. So this is a nice question. Will people with tier 3 get any team members when you
Yes,
launch teams?
definitely you will get unlimited team members and unlimited teams as well.
Okay.
However, they will have to like they'll have new accounts they'll have to create accounts to be in your team, and those
Oh,
accounts will not benefit from your subscription. So if they have an AppSumo subscription, then they'll keep their AppSumo subscription. But if they have nothing, that will just be on a freemium account. But for example, what you will be able to do is create upload videos and share them with your team on there.
okay.
So it will
Okay.
use
So
your transcription time and not theirs.
okay. So I don't think I understood it right. I'm not sure about others. So my team members can upload video, and will that get transcribed, or what can the team member do?
The team member will be able to upload videos and get them transcribed if he has a subscription. So,
Okay.
for example, our freemium plan includes 10 videos. So he would be
Yeah.
able, for instance, to upload 10 videos, unless he gets a subscription.
Okay, then what is the need for a team member? I'm not able to understand that. See, I mean, if I have a team member, they should be able to use some of my credits or whatsoever it may be, right? So otherwise, what can that if they can't, they need to have a subscription. There is nothing much that they can do with being part of my team. Or have I
Okay.
understood it?
So the idea is being able to share content fast with team members. So,
Okay.
I showed you that little label. Now you can add
Yeah.
labels
Yeah.
on pieces of conversations. We will
Ah.
have categories, which is categories on one piece of conversation, and you will be able to
Got
say, this is team category as soon as you finish
Yeah.
your meeting, right? So when you go over like to your team folder, you will see everything that Venki wanted to share with you because you're part of the same team.
Got it.
So that's the advantage, in my opinion. And they will also be able to create highlights with themselves,
Okay. So
by
this is a
themselves.
question that's how it helps with Premiere. So I do not know. Do you
Uh, I
understand this
think he's
question?
I think he's talking about
Is it Adobe Premiere?
Premiere Pro, the software.
Okay.
It doesn't really help with Premiere. It does help perhaps in just extracting a few sentences and then going to Premiere to finalize your video editing.
Okay.
But it doesn't really help, I suppose, with Premiere.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think I also had this question. When do you want to shift from LTD to MRR? Who is your main target audience? Because you're giving everything unlimited. So we want Spoke also to survive. So what's your plan? Because I knew why you are coming out with an unlimited, because you want us all to use the application liberally, but at the same time, you I mean, how are you going to shift to MRR?
Okay.
Do you have any plan? What's your plan for that?
Yes, we do have one plan, and it implies you. So the plan is this is our last. This is the last time we're on AppSumo. I know every company says that, but I really sincerely think it. We're gonna be in AppSumo for 2 weeks, 3 weeks more, and right after that, it's only MRR with a
Okay.
product hunt at the. And this is why I'm saying I need you. We're going to do a product hunt mid-December, and we really want to have
Okay.
a big splash at that moment, bring a ton of people on that page at that moment.
Okay.
And in January, we're going to the CES in Las Vegas, and also hopefully the opportunity to attract a ton of companies. We'll see.
Fantastic. Okay, so I don't know if I heard you right.
Oh,
I mean, you can choose to answer me or not. So, are you just bootstrapped, or have you already been funded?
we're just bootstrapped, but we had a first initial funding
Okay,
from uh, we had a first initial funding from 70,000 euros, but that was 2 years ago, something like this, a
okay,
year and a half ago, when we started the company. We had an initial
okay.
funding as ex-students of the computer science school. They invested in us,
Fantastic,
if you wish. But
brilliant.
apart from that, we're bootstrapped. And who is our main target audience? That's a really good question. We
Yeah.
want our main target audience to be professionals holding meetings, and then who, for one reason or another, need to come back on those meetings. So typically
Okay.
a product manager, a UX designer who is interviewing users, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Fantastic. So, yeah, I think you answered this question, but is there any time limit for meeting? Let's say 1 to 2 hours, or no limit for meeting?
No limit. There's no limit at all.
Okay. So actually, it need not be a meeting. Also, it can just be a screen recording as well. The new Spoke, the app
Yeah.
is it's got a lot more options now. I think you can even do a screen recording with webcam as well. So all
Yep.
those have been added. So there is absolutely no limit in terms of how much you can record. Okay. If I delete a video from your platform, is it completely deleted from your server, or can you recover it? I think there's more about privacy and all those. So if it is deleted,
It
is it forever?
so two things here. We It depends how long ago you uploaded it. Because we keep your uploads for, I think, 1 week. Uh, in case in case you come back to us and say, "Oh, I have a problem on this video," blah blah blah. We
Uh,
always keep, well, the original of the video for 1 week.
okay,
But as soon as that 1 week is gone, we delete the original of the video. And if you delete it from our server, it's deleted as well.
fantastic. Okay. So, Jeannie, I answered this. I'm drinking lassi. Okay. So, okay, the next question is from Sarang. Would you be launching a mobile app, since a lot of meeting I attend on Zoom are attended on mobile?
No, but what we will launch will be, and I hope, I'm saying 2 weeks since 2 weeks, but I hope it's going to be sooner. We will launch a sync with your Zoom account. So if those
Okay,
meetings are planned inside your Zoom account, you'll have a little toggle interface where you can either say record all my meetings on Zoom, and you won't have to copy paste the link, anything. Just a Spoke recorder will come along. Or
brilliant.
or if you don't have that option enabled, then you can say record this meeting, this meeting, this meeting, etc.
Fantastic.
So I
Okay,
hope
this is
that
very,
helps a little, stirring a little.
yeah. So, this is an interesting question. Happy Scribe offers translation that can be outputted to a subtitle file. Would translation go to a file, and can we import it into YouTube so that we can use it as subtitle
Yes.
when the translations get launched?
Well, there are two things here. Um, one great thing we see about subtitles is people will start using our platform more because you will have like a little button like French, like the little flag we have on the app, and you'll just have to click that button to change languages. And we're thinking, oh, it's awesome. Then people will use our app. Will use our platform to share videos, which is our goal. Right? Our goal. We want people to use the platform. Um, and so, will we export it to a file? I'm not 100% sure, but I think we will do that. But it's a little in contradiction with us wanting you to stay on the platform. But I think we'll still do it. It's nothing. Like the difference between offering the subtitle export and just on a platform is 20 minutes of work. Really, it's nothing.
Okay. So, Ruhan, you had asked the question about Google Meet integration. That is getting slightly delayed. And Okay, Pravash Chandra has asked a question. Can you password protect a shared video file?
No.
And how do you ensure security of the videos that are uploaded in Spoke?
So you cannot password protect a file.
Okay.
The only way to unshare a video, if you wish, is to delete it. So I know that sucks. And as regards security in general, we're stored on AWS servers in Europe, so their security in general is our security. And I think security of AWS, it's not like FBI level, but it's best in class AWS security. And secondly, our servers run on latest instances of Nginx, which is also widely used and accepted.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So, okay. So let me share this screen. Okay, probably I'll keep it in the end. Ritvik, I'll keep your markup hero question to the in the end. Uh, Ruhani has asked one more question. If you only record tab and it might lose your original conversation, which was going on. It has its good and bad. Okay, that was. I think there's a conversation is for this. It needs to become video editor do something. What about the time taken in general? Okay, Leo Victor is asking what is the time that is generally taking in the transcription, generating the transcription.
It's well, we have exciting news here. We're currently exploring a French company for transcription. Well, and that French company pretends it's 20 times faster than what we currently have. In which case, we could even do live subtitling with Spoke. That would be awesome. But right now, it takes 1/3 the length of your file. So if it's a 1 hour file, it's going to take 10, 20 minutes, something like that, maximum. Maximum.
Okay. Okay, I think Leo has asked a question, but I do not know if it is really in the scope of Spoke. Any options on noise removal, background noise removal from the sound that is recorded?
No. So we had when we started Spoke at one moment, maybe 7 months ago, we could take two directions. One is video editing, and the other is meetings,
Yeah.
going deeper into meetings, that kind of. And well, as you know, with the Zoom integration, maybe the Teams integration, we wanted to be focused on meetings and not that much on video editing. I mean, you can still do video editing by highlighting that kind of stuff, but it's not like awesome video editing, and it's not something we're focused on.
Yeah. So, okay, Joe is commenting. Laz is a great founder, excellent on support. So that's a compliment to you and the kind of support that you've been
Thank you.
offering. Okay, and Joe has also asked a question. I wish Spoke would work for me on Mac with Google Meet. Is there a problem with Mac on Google Meet? Because I use it on PC. I don't have a problem. But Joe is asking, saying that I mean, I wish Spoke would work for
it's
him on Mac with Google
it,
Meet.
it, it, do- it does work, but it's troublesome. So that's the answer. It's on Mac OS. Each time you do a Google Meets, you have to
Okay.
take maybe 5 seconds to ensure everything up. So if you're doing 3 to 4 Google Meets every day and you forget that kind of stuff, you forget to check the setting, it's annoying. So the answer is it does work, but it's annoying. So I know where Joe is coming from, and I remember talking to him actually.
Okay. So I think I know the answer, but anyway, do you have plans for feature that can remove silence automatically?
Silence automatically? No. Well,
Okay.
no. Yeah, no, no, no.
Okay, fair enough. I think we are done with questions. One group. Let's look at the other one. Okay, do Grammarly plugin work on your transcript editor? Okay, so
Yes.
very
Yes, it does, and it's really even. It's at one moment I was doing demos of the
okay.
software, and Grammarly was putting red everywhere, and I was like, it was pointing out the errors for people I was doing the demo to. So yes, it does
Okay,
work on the transcript editor, and it's when I'm doing a demo, it's annoying me.
fantastic. Okay, so Bernard has asked a question: Is have you ever considered possible integration with Airmeet? I'm sure you know about Aramid is another event platform. So have you considered possible
I've
integration with Aramid?
it's no, I haven't thought about it. It only comes to one question: is do they have an API? And if so, what's the documentation of their API? I have a few Simulings come to me with questions about integration, for example, with another soft, of which I forgot the name. Anyhow, and each time the answer is I just go on their website, check their API, and if they have one. So it depends on that.
Okay, so yeah, I think you answered this question. Yes, Microsoft Teams is coming. Google Meet will be coming after Microsoft Teams with respect to the integration. So I do not know who this is. Please comment your name because you've not given permission for Restream to display your Facebook profile and photo. So I'll not be able to see your name. So kindly comment your name so that I can add you to the giveaway. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this is again a question. Would you consider removing filler words from the recording, similar to Descript?
Yes, we're thinking about a feature here, which is not really what Descript does. So Descript goes into really video editing, and I think you can click on a button somewhere, and it just removes all the times I said like, so, I think, those kind of filler words in just one button. Uh, and this is really video editing. And as I said, I don't think we'll go really much further into video editing. We're more or less satisfied with what we currently have on video editing.
Okay.
However, what we will probably do is try to create a summary of the transcript or highlights, like when as soon as your meeting is over, you can see like important sentences which are already highlighted, like the key moments of your meeting pointed out to you. So yeah, that does not answer the question really, but that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's a pleasure, Mosam, to answer all your question. And Bernard has given a follow-up comment. It says Army does have an API. The
Awesome.
previous
Okay,
question
I
that.
can check it out. I'll just
Okay.
open the tab right now, even.
So let me see if there are any other questions. I do have one question from Ritvik, which I need to show you something. Okay, there's also a request for integration with Run the World, which is another very popular event platform amongst the community. So you should
I
also
think
look at
I
integration.
th- I think we'll have an N8N integration along with a Zapier integration. Well, which are small integrations, but which will help already. I think Simulings, which are really avid of SAFT software and know how to use it,
Mhm.
integrates with their existing tools.
Okay, fantastic. So I think we've answered all the questions and in very engaging session. Okay, hello all. I do not know who this is. Could you please comment your name so that I can add your name to the giveaway? Okay, so I think we are done. We've taken all the questions and let me share my screen now. But before I do that, add all the people who were engaged in the session to our wheel. Okay, Albert also is appreciating all the questions that has been answered. Okay, Trevor Nicholas. Okay, I missed. Okay, Trevor, I got your name. Okay, Vikrant, I got your name as well. Trevor and Vikrant. I missed those two names. Just one more question. Okay, yes, definitely. Uh, j- it's not important, just came to my mind. Do you have any plan to auto summarize from entry transcript like Genie can do? Wow, this is nice.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, this will be very
yeah.
useful, particularly like a minutes of meeting, if you can just give
Yeah,
us an action items or summary of the same whole meeting without
yeah,
me
yeah. This
highlighting.
is this is something we're really excited about. What is Genie? Genie that I don't know. I do not know Genie.
Genie is a AI based summarizer. Okay, summarizes documents or URLs, blog post. It gives some
Okay,
2-3 points.
awesome. Yep.
And by the way, for whomsoever is using Genie, they have launched the pro version with AI. It's phenomenal. Okay, Joe is saying live long and prosper. They've been vicious for you. Okay, Alberto says that I used it the other day and was very impressed.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll just check if I've taken all the names before we go. Okay, I think I'm done. Okay, Aditya, thank you so much. You've been very encouraging as always. Lazar, you can stop sharing your screen so that I can share my screen.
I'm sharing my screen. Okay.
Yeah,
One
you are
second.
sharing. You just stopped sharing it actually. There you go. So let's go to the most exciting part of the giveaway, rather of the session, the giveaway time. So I'll give you 30 seconds for you to look at all the names. Just see if your name is there. If it is not there, please comment your name so that I spoke in the comment. Is the name added? Yes, Avinash is added here. It is after Leo and before Ritvik. Lazar, on a fun note, why haven't you added AI, blockchain, quantum computing in Spoke to hype it? Who it is, that's the best comment thus far.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a little desperate. Not desperate, but so we're in an
Okay.
incubator, and we have friends around, and they're building blockchain startups. They have like 2 users, and like um, investors, etc., are really excited about them. So yeah, sometimes I tell my the people in my company, yeah, we should add Spoke on the blockchain, and that would help.
Okay. Okay. So I still see some names. I mean some comments, but I'm not able to see the names. Avinash, you commented a couple of times. I have added your Unice. You have added your name. Genie seems to have API. I do not know who it is. If your name is not there, please comment your name. It will be helpful for me to add you. VenBa loud music. This must be Genie. Yeah, I'll try to play as loud as possible, but sometimes uh,
What's the link of the API? How do you write Genie?
it's detective time. Yeah, it is detective music time. I love sharing this, playing this music. Okay, that's it. So, can I spin the wheel? Raghu. Okay, Raghu, I missed. Fine. Okay, Raghu. Okay, can't see the screen. Okay, so I take it as a confirmation that you all have checked that if your name is there. So who I'll spin the wheel, and whomsoever um, wins it gets a tier 1 account from Lazare as a giveaway. I spoke. I have to win spoke. Okay. I wish Avinash that you win. Let me shuffle it a little. Can I spin Lazar to find the giveaway winner?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. I think we'll make it a tier 2. By the way, it's funner. It's better.
I didn't hear you.
Uh, we're gonna make the giveaway a tier 2 instead of a tier 1. It's a little better.
No, no. Okay. This is fine. Unais, please claim your giveaway by commenting in whichever stream that you've been watching us. If by any chance I win, please reshuffle for our members in the group. I don't know who it is. Too much
All right.
competition for Spoke.
He just answered.
Okay, Unais. So Unais tier 1 account of Spoke from Lazare. So Lazare, you were saying something while the uh, wheel
I
was
was
being
saying
spent.
I was saying we can make it tier 2.
Tier 2. Okay. Okay. So okay. So um there's a comment that comes saying that why don't you split it into two tier 1, two single tier.
As you wish. It depends on you.
Okay. So so can we make it two tier 1s? Is that
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go. Let's do that.
okay? Fair enough. So I'll spin it again. So Unais wins one, and let's see who the other winner is. It's the one who said split in two single tier wins it. I don't know who it is. Pravash Chandra wins the second tier 1 giveaway of Spoke. Pravash, please comment. See where you are. Okay, you are in this stream. Please comment and claim your giveaway. Okay, I'll not sleep tonight. Okay, yeah. So please, okay. Lazar update is super generous. Thanks for being such a sport. Okay, Pravash has claimed the second giveaway. So two tier 1 winners. One is Unais and the other one is Pravash Chandra. Reach out to me or Lazar to claim your account. And
Yes, I
thank
have
you so
my.
much.
I think I am in the Facebook groups. If you have any questions as regards activation of your accounts, you can reach
Yeah.
out to me directly on Facebook or on our chats support.
Definitely. In fact, in whichever stream that you're watching, if you're watching it later, please make your questions there. Post your questions there, and Lazar has promised that he will look at the stream and keep answering all the questions in that. And probably, okay, one question from Ritvik I missed. There were some comments between Ritvik and Ruhani, but anyway, let me share that. See if you can answer that. Okay, Picto Story does this. Jacques Villeneuve added manually text. So what? I mean, I do not know. I haven't worked much on Picto Story. So Ritvik, can you explain what the question is? At least I'm not able to understand. So are you saying that the transcribed text will come down and we should be able to add a headline in the top? Is that what you are meaning? Okay, he shared this image and said that this is possible uh, in Pictostory. Okay, maybe you look at the post in the stream, Lazar, and probably answer Ritvik. That will be very helpful.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't share my screen. Oh shit. Okay. So this is what he's saying. So this is added manually by Pictostory, and transcribe test. This is an image that he shared. Okay, so maybe Lazar will look at this post and then he will answer. Okay, so
Sure.
thank you so much. As always, you've been an amazing audience. I thoroughly enjoyed talking to Lazar because Spoke is one of my very favorite application. It's been, really helping me out in the last couple of months that I've used. As I told you, my team is non-native English-speaking team, so they are, and my teams, I mean, my customers are from US and Australia, so it was always difficult for them to understand their accent and then probably even doing minutes of meeting. But ever since we started using Spoke, it's been really, really amazing because people were able to, re look at the recordings, and also with the transcription, they were able to really understand the accent. So that's how we are using Spoke.
Awesome.
It's my everyday application, and I'm sure that it is useful. Okay,
Awesome.
I'm sorry. It is late. I do not know who it is. I'm sorry about it. I still haven't got your name, so I missed it. Okay. Thank you so much. And thank you, Lazar, for your time. We budgeted for 30 minutes. It has gone to nearly 80 minutes now, since the time
It
that we
was a
started.
pleasure. It was a pleasure. I was. Everyone is working here and I'm chatting, so I was happy to get off
Yeah.
work a little. All right. Have a nice
Okay.
one.
And all the very best for, great in this thing launch, I mean, relaunch with respect to, the deal that you are launching for Black Friday, and, uh,
Mm-mm.
and whatever
Thanks a ton.
you wish for happen with the particular
I
deal.
think
And
I I think I will need the community or probably ping you for help and feedback when we're in
sure.
product hunts, and at that moment in about 3 weeks, once we'll see. All right. Yeah. Thanks a ton again, Venki. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. Thank you
Bye.
so much. Good night.